Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from Indy. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 7. His first throw is an interception. And the Colts force the turnover on the first series of this game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
He locates Adonai Mitchell. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you get even more aggressive and take that shot.
70 Timberwolves.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Ready.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
70 Lions. Ready.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Ready.
It's the first carry for the Wisconsin rookie. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
19 Tiger, come 19. Ready.
Richardson now. He's got it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Here's Brown again. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Receiver gets it on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll throw it. He's got Watson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Handoff headed left to Brown. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll run again with Brown. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. First down, and they go right back to it. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. A give now to Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw it here. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The tackle is made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cowboy 80. Panther 60.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jump the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Throwing now, Richardson. Catch made by Mitchell. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Ready? Viking 18. 70 Timberwolves. Dragon 60.
From the 36. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
19 right. Go check. Go check.
Richardson on 3rd. He's looking deep once again. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts now lead by 10. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts drive their lead to 11. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A run with Brown. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Offense up to the line fast. Now it's Brown. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of the defense.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. A give left side to Brown. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Cowboys driving ahead. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Pass play now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
Another try following the sack. Pass complete to Dulcich.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Back to throw. It is caught left side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. They'll throw on first. Dulcich hauls it in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
The throw is caught. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Brown can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Cowboys cut into the lead on the last play of the half. Not sure we can call these gadget plays anymore, partner. Not like we could in the early 2000s, right? Because receivers who can run it, well, they become an important part of many NFL offenses, especially down in the red zone.
And that's because the reality you face is there's only so many conventional plays, really. There's only so many reps you can get in during the practice week, so many different opportunities and traditional sets. But when you got an outlier like this, when you got a wide receiver who can run it like a running back, it presents a whole other set of issues for defenses.
Yeah, and the kick is good, so they take some valuable points off that lead right at the end of this half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Starting from the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams. It sets you up for success.
This finds Mitchell complete. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Come on.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. That one's complete, right side. Down to the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here.
Set. Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. Runs it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying the right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Fits it through the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Going with Brown on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Brown on the carry. Another big rip for him. And they finally get to him at the 15. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Working quickly here. Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Setting up a throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys start the second half with some needed points. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. He's throwing for it. And they get the two-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's a give up the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, go!
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the defense comes through, that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So that field goal gonna have to wait a little bit longer. That's the end of our 3rd quarter. The Colts have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through the 4th. This one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. This a 54-yarder. Got all of it, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them the lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On the ground, Brown. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. On the handoff, this is Brown. And this one does not go far. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. He's got it inside the 25. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. From the gun, a give to Brown. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Back to throw now. Into the hands of Dulcich. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First and goal, they've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Give now to the running back. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Cowboys trail by 6. Another chance at it on second and goal, still from the 5. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only manages 1 yard on that run, so now they'll need 3 on third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. To throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ballgame. And the defense comes through. Fourth down, that much tougher.
Every sack, every stop has just been like another nail in the coffin. And now, well, now there's only one spot for a nail left. This is their last chance. And that defense, well, they've got this crew on the edge of the cliff. Now can they go finish when it matters the most?
Desperation time here on fourth. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Colts make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They've got first down from the 31. Back to the well again. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They're now set for first and 10.
Ready? Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
They give it to him again. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So for my partner Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.